In 2023, we've got so many different Valorant skin lines, some bad, some pretty good, and I thought it'd be fun if we went through every single bundle and ranked them from worst to best. I decided to rank all these bundles on my Twitch live stream, and if you guys want, I'm gonna leave a tier maker down below with all these different skins, so that way you guys can rank them. If you guys want, tag me on Twitter. Now, I do want you guys to remember that this is all my opinion, and I might have some skin lines that I like compared to the ones that you like, so be sure to let me know where I went wrong down in the comments. Starting off this list at number 25 is gonna actually be the Reverie skin line. The Reverie skin line definitely had something going for it with the whole stained glass theme, but personally, I just think they executed it very poorly. When I think of glass, I don't think of round glass. I think of like plain flat glass, especially when it comes to stained glass. And these skins just didn't really do that for me. They felt very round. They didn't really feel like glass at all. The only weapons out of the skin line that actually felt like stained glass was the sword and as well as the phantom. The rest of the bundle didn't really feel like that. I didn't really like them. I thought they were pretty ugly, which is why it's at the bottom of the list. Following Reverie at 24 is going to be the Chrome deck. Now, I'm going to be honest, guys, Twitch chat might have made this skin a little bit lower than what I would personally put it at, because honestly, I actually like this skin a lot for a basic skin. The skin line is super cheap, which is really nice, and we don't have many Chrome-like skins besides Gravitational Uranium Neuroblaster, and only in that one variant. But personally, when it comes to the shorty, I really like the way that it's round. It gives me super big alien vibes, and it's just something I really enjoy when it comes to some of these skin lines. But since chat was making a hissy fit about it, I had to put Chrome deck at number 24. Coming in at 23 is actually going to be No Limit. No Limit was a skin that we got for when Tokyo's Masters ended up happening all the way back in June. And even though the event was super cool, these skins were just really not. This bundle did end up coming with a baseball bat, which was really cool since we only had one other baseball bat besides this. But overall, it's just something that we just weren't looking for. Now, yes, the whole idea of the skin changing colors when you're in the light and dark is really cool. But the fact that you can't just keep one solid variant is really the deal breaker for me. Like, if I was able to get the black skin variant on the whole entire time, then maybe we could be talking about something else. But because of this, I can't really place it much higher. All right, coming in at number 22 is going to be the Daydreams bundle. I really like the basic skins now that I'm really thinking about it. The skin has no animations or really any special effects, but personally, I really do like the purple and orange vibe that go into these guns. And not to mention the little extra hint of the glow stick that they have on the guns really just does make the skin for me. Also, the first time we ever got a crowbar, which does add extra points to it, even if it wasn't that great of a melee. It also had a buddy that came with it, which is personally one of my favorites. And not to mention, the skin came out right around time Sunset came out, which personally, I just think the skin just fits Sunset so well, which gives it some extra bonus points for me. But unfortunately, we are going to have to keep it at number 22. Coming in at number 21 is one of the more unique skins that we have ever had in Valorant, but the execution might just not have been there. And that's going to be the Altitude bundle. Now, again, the whole idea of these guns being planes and having the characters drive them is absolutely fantastic. I think they could have done a little extra thing, maybe with the animations and stuff like that. But overall, I do actually really like this skin, but only for the Raze Bucky. Listen, as a Raze main, I really only care about Raze, and when I saw that the Raze Bucky was out, I knew for a fact I was copying it. Now, when it comes to other skins, though, there was no shot. I'm not wasting my buddy on a Viper Sheriff that I know I'll never use, and even though the knife did have a very unique animation, which was the punching effect, I personally think it's ugly. And this is why Altitude is going to be sitting at 21. Okay, so coming in at number 20 is actually a skin that I think a lot of people just forget about. But personally, after using it for one of my videos, I actually really do enjoy the skin line. It's going to be the Intergrade bundle. Now, again, it's one of those skin lines that just has no animations or effect, but personally, I absolutely love this design, and I love all the little details that it has in it. Such as like for the classic, when you reload, you see the little bullets inside the chamber. I think that's a really cool effect. The Spectre also just looks super sleek. The Guardian actually felt like aimbot, and the Operator had some little cool effects to it. But of course, with no super fancy animations, the skin is only going to be sitting at number 20. Number 19. Now we have a skin line that I personally do not like, but the knife and the buddy really just sold the deal for me. And that's going to be Luna's Descent. The little bundle really had something going for it, but it was just missing that little thing that I just could not get behind. I really like the knife. I thought the knife had a cool animation and really nice effect to it. And the buddy is absolutely top tier. There's no denying that. But I really just wish that the bundle just had a little bit extra glow inside the gun itself. I just felt like it was really dark and like kind of gloomy. It felt more like deep ocean rather than like Harbor's water, for example. But that is why we're putting it at number 19. All right, coming at number 18 is a skin line that a lot of you guys might not be happy with me placing here, but I'm sorry, I don't like CSGO. And that's gonna be Black Market. Listen, it's not like I don't like CSGO, it's just when I go to a game that involves like anime characters, anime abilities and stuff like that, I expect some anime-like skins, right? Not CSGO skins. If I wanted CSGO skins, I'll go play CSGO. But don't worry, I do understand why a lot of people do like this skin. A lot of people did come from CSGO and love the whole basic skin idea. It's just personally not for me. Now, the reason why for my personal list, I put it a little bit higher than lower is the fact that it had the unique feature of how attack side has one set of skins and defense has another set of skins. I think this is absolutely genius, and Valorant definitely needs to do it again. And this is why it's being placed at number 18. Coming in at number 17 is a skin line that again had so much potential. And personally, even though I like it a lot, and I mean a lot, doesn't mean that they couldn't make it better. And that's gonna be the Orion skin bundle. The Orion skin bundle is actually super unique, and I absolutely love the design of this gun. I love how it has this super dark outlines to make it look like a comic book. And for sure, the skin line was inspired by Gundam, which watching Gundam as a kid really just hits home for me. I think the sword was cool. I also absolutely love the shape of the Frenzy. The skin line not only came with a Phantom, but it came with a Vandal also, which both just look super sick. And for like realistically once in my life, I actually loved an Odin skin. This Odin actually looks straight out of Gundam and looked just like a big mech. And this is why I put it at number 7. Now we have 16, 15, and 14. And the reason why I'm going to do all three at once is because this is the give it back and run it back skin lines. These are just bundles that just take random skins from other bundles and put them all in one. And we all know that these skin lines are pretty good for the most part, which is why I kind of just grouped them all at once. And they're just really nothing new. So that's why I put it here. Coming in at number 13 is going to be Oni 2.0. And this is the first 2.0 bundle that we have on the list. But personally, I just wasn't a huge fan of it. I thought the sword was super cool and awesome for maybe the first week. It just got really old and boring for me really quickly. And even though I really like the Frenzy and the Bulldog, and the Vandal and the Ares were just not cutting it for me. The Ares is a gun that I just really never use. And the Vandal just felt like too chunky or big for me, where I just felt like I was whiffing my shots. It's all a mental thing and I understand that, but I like to hit my shots. So this is why I put it at number 13. Coming in at number 12, this is going to be Sentinel's Light 2.0. Now, personally, I really do love Sentinel's Light 1.0, and this includes in 2.0 as well. I actually loved the shorty in the skin line. I thought the daggers were really, really cool. The Spectre is probably one of my favorites in the game, and the Phantom also really did slap. And when it comes to the finisher, you already know why it's my favorite. And of course, for number 11, we might as well finish out the 2.0s, which is going to be Gaia's Vengeance 2.0. The tree gun is definitely one of the favorites in the Valorant community, and for good reason. The skin is super cool. The variants are super nice. Who doesn't love trees? And as a caffeinated ADHD Raze main who just loves satcheling with shotguns, this bundle had a Bucky and as well as a shorty. What else more do I have to say? This is why it's sitting at number 11. Coming in number 10 is going to be the Imperium bundle. The Imperium bundle had such cool variants to it, being the emerald, red, black, and white. The sound effects to this gun were super glassy, which I absolutely love. And of course, as we mentioned with the last bundle, it had a judge. I love my shotguns. We also can't forget about this finisher. This finisher was definitely one of the coolest that we have in the game so far. And the fact that it changes color with what variants you have definitely earns a spot in the top 10. Now we have number 9, which is going to be the Spark Switch. Sorry, I mean Magepunk 3.0. But I really mean the Spark Switch. Now, don't get me wrong, Magepunk 3.0 is definitely an improvement from 1.0 and 2.0 with these variants that they end up putting on the guns. And it also came with the Phantom and a Vandal, which you really just can't go wrong with. The variants definitely do help, but they're still ugly. But the Spark Switch is actually one of the best knives in the game. It is easily top 3, at least on my list. It has such cool variants. The electricity is super cool. The animations, everything about it, and overall is just the best butterfly knife that we have in the game. Coming in at number 23 is actually going to be Champions 2023. Now, yes, this might be the best Vandal that we have gotten for champs, and personally, I even think the knife's really, really cool, but I know about the backlash to this skin. A lot of people don't like the knife, and some people are actually not a fan of this Vandal, which personally, I don't know how you aren't, but I had to give credit where it's due. The skin has a super cool glow effect, the song's really cool, the finisher is also super unique. I love the lines that it adds for every 3 kills you get. And personally, I just found this out from a chatter, but apparently in a 1v1 situation, the beat on the gun actually increases, which is just such a unique and cool thing. And this is why I put it at number 8. Now we are on number 7, and I'm gonna be honest, guys, the rest of the list, personally, I think are instant cop bundles. And starting out this instant cop list is gonna be Neo Frontier. I absolutely love the idea of the Western collection meet with future Western collection, I guess. I thought it was a really, really cool idea. And even though the axe might not be my favorite, the rest of the gun just kind of carry. They all have super unique animations. For example, the inspect on the sheriff, which everyone absolutely loves, the pull animation for the marshal, the reload animation for the phantom, and the Odin again is one of the few that I absolutely really like. Overall, this skin line is just super sick, and I'm really glad they added it to Valorant. Coming in number 26, they're actually gonna be Valiant Hero. The skin line is one of the newer ones that we've gotten so far, but I absolutely love the sound effects to these guns. The bamboo sticks having the drums when you inspect it, the Vandal with the wind animation as soon as you pull it out. The Ghost is also just super clean, and of course course, the operator as well. Oh, and the Ares. I guess the Ares there also. All the variants are super, super sick. Again, I absolutely love the sound of all these weapons. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, the monkey with the finisher is definitely my favorite duo. Coming in number 5 is one of my favorite knives in this whole entire game. And that's going to be the VCT lock-in knife. This knife was limited and exclusive. It had 4 really cool variants to it. It had the super clean look, but as well as just like the unique ability of Valorant. And not to mention, it has the Xeno Hunter knife animation, which makes it the second knife that we ever had with these animations. Again, personally, easily one of my favorite knives. And if you guys think Xeno Hunter knife is better, you're wrong. You're just wrong. And now we're on number 4, which is a skin line I'm so sad I didn't get. I'm so sad I didn't get it. And that's going to be Overdrive. One of the newest skins that we got in the game. Personally, I thought it was so cool. The knife is super sick. The Vandal, the Sheriff, the Stinger, all the animations are super cool. I love the electribility. The variants are also super nice. Of course, we had the pink girly pop variants that I just know so many people cop for. And I'm telling you right now, if I didn't get injured and had to stop playing Valorant for a little bit, I would have copped this immediately. And now we're finally on the top 3 spots. And I'm going to be honest, guys, these are all pretty interchangeable. I think personally, these are for sure top 3. I don't really know what order, but I ended up putting the number 3 spot to Araxes. Araxes is one of the coolest and unique skins that we got in Valorant. The inspect and as well as the animation just bring this skin to life. And it absolutely just gives alien warfare vibes to it. I really don't think you can go wrong with Araxes, especially with the cool variants that it has, which is why we put it at number 3. And now we're on number 2, which this is going to be hard for me to say, but I ended up giving it to the Radiant Entertainment System. Easily one of the most expensive bundle that we have in the game, and for good reason. The skin line is absolutely super unique. It has 3 different variants that are all different. These guns are literally games inside of a game. And I could go on and talking about how cool these retro games are, especially with the Dance Dance Revolution one, the Street Fighter one, and I guess this like raccoon thing. They're all super cool. They all have different sound effects. They all have different songs. They even all have different pullout animation. If you don't like one variant to this skin, you'll like another. And personally, as a whole bundle, this is probably the best skin bundle that we've had in Valorant, period. And the reason why I said bundles like that is because the number 1 spot is going to the best knife in the game, hands down, and that is the Ignite fan. The Ignite fan is definitely one of the coolest knives that we have in the game. We've had some other fans in the past, such as the Celestial fan as well as the Fish fan, but they don't even compare to how cool the Ignite fan is. Of course, we have the gold and red variants, which just has fire effects and just is one of the cleanest skins that we have in the game. But we also have the very pleasant violet version to this, which is also just another skin that's just top tier. Now, if you guys don't know, the skin was actually supposed to only drop in China and supposed to be a China exclusive skin, but they ended up dropping to the US and everywhere else. And I'm very glad they did this because it is, again, one of the best knives in the game, if not the best. But that is the conclusion to our list. I hope you guys did really enjoy. Be sure to check the description for the tier list so you guys can make your own and tag me on Twitter. Be sure to like and subscribe to the page because you guys aren't going to want to miss 2024 over here. And once again, I do really hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, happy Valorant.